All right. Hey guys, this is Paul with Powder Roofing. Here we've got another video of kind of shingle anatomy, lifespan, and how we make roofs last longer. So if you look at this shingle over here, you'll see that a lot of these have this fiberglass poking through at the very top of the shingle. So here we have it, here we have it, here we have it, here we have it. Not an uncommon thing. And the reason that happens is if you look at this shingle over here, you zoom in a little bit, you see that this part of the shingle is a little darker. It's called a fake shadow. This is what shingle manufacturers, they color this top of their shingle to make it look a little bit darker, and that makes the shingle just look thicker. It's an aesthetic thing. It doesn't really help the shingle in any way, but it unfortunately creates this side effect. Where the shingle is darker, it collects more heat, and like everything, heat destroys stuff. So these top ends of the shingles end up being destroyed. Now here's the issue with this, right? We see a lot of damage on shingles. For example, zoom in over here. Like over here I see some fiberglass. Over here I see some. This stuff is not that bad. It's at the bottom. When we go over it with our resin, this is actually going to clear it up. But when I look at over here, it's a lot more. The issue about this is first that it's a lot. Once I see this fiberglass, this shingle is no longer waterproof. Water goes right through this shingle. Now, if you imagine with me, these shingles are overlaid, right? So this shingle goes all the way to here, and this shingle goes all the way to here. So these shingles are overlapping. So if this shingle goes all the way to here, but this shingle above it is leaking right over here, once water gets into here, it only has about a centimeter that it comes back before it starts leaking. So damage down here in a shingle, still a good lifespan, but even if you have a roof like this that's 16, 17 years old, not dead yet, but you have damage over here, you could start getting some serious damage on your roof and essentially start a leak. When we have one of these, it's kind of a big deal, but when you have multiple of them, you're definitely leaking somewhere. So part of our way to help this roof last longer is we have this proprietary service, have this glue. It's essentially a type of resin as well, but a lot thicker than what we use. And we start by hitting every single one of these spots with this. So this is already by itself going to waterproof this shingle and prevent that leak from occurring where it currently is, right? But since it's pretty bad and we've already got fiberglass, we don't want to just trust that. We'll actually add the granulation back. Now, adding granules to a shingle is not easy. It's expensive and it's time consuming. So we could only do it by spots. We can't do this on an entire new roof, but we can do this in small areas like this. This stuff is also really thick, so it does actually prevent water from coming off, which is not or water from coming through the shingles, which isn't a good thing if we spray the whole thing, but when you're doing a really small level, it can go a long way. Now, these shingles, this color of these granules here today are actually pretty close to the roof, so we're probably not going to spray paint them. But if there's a difference, we'll actually spray paint this, make sure you can't see it from the bottom. And once this is all over and it's stuck from the bottom, we will actually come here with our 2-layer of spray, resin formula, and go over from the top. So it's being glued from the bottom, waterproofed from the bottom, protected from the granules on top, and then from the very top. And in all these areas where it's starting to happen, it's not that bad yet, but I could already see some fiberglass in this one, for example. When we go over with the resin, that's going to prevent it from happening. So really dumb manufacturer mistake made for purely aesthetic purposes that could shave a lot of years off your life. With our service, just if we did this alone, would add tons of years back to the homeowner's life, along with everything else that we're doing. But yeah, treating your roof, maintaining anything in this world is always going to be less expensive than getting a new one. Call us or go on our website, powderroofing.com, book a free inspection with us here in Salt Lake, and we'll see if we can help you out.